Okay, so this is my 1999 Ford Mustang GT. 4.6, 2 valve. Now, today we're tackling this problem here, this major frame rust. If you look in there, you see how bad it is. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not as bad on the other side. This is the other side here. Right now, the main purpose of this car being torn apart is right here. There's no transmission. So my transmission is broken. I broke the first and second clutch fork, and I'm in the process of rebuilding it. But in the meantime, I said, I'm gonna tackle some major issues on the car, like rust, which is not good at all. Over here, we have my little setup for the day. My main goal is probably just to cut right here, cut this off, and then box in these ends. Like if I can get my finger there, box in like that, and then on the other side, and clean up all the rust in there. I already osmoed it, so should be good to go. And over here is my transmission. At first glance, you'd assume nothing's wrong with it since there's no play in the input shaft, but the first and second clutch fork is broken. This is my old clutch and everything, throwout bearing. This is a T45 transmission. So yeah, I'll get you guys updated when I start cutting. Yeah, so in this time lapse, all I'm trying to do is really clean out most of the rust that's in there. Just get it ready so that I can spray on the inside and prep for welding. So you see me using the die grinder and the grinder, and that really helps me get in those tough to reach spots. Okay, so this is a good look of after what it looks like. I cleaned up a ton of rust that was inside there. This is the outside, basically prepped to weld. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna tape off the outside and spray the inside with a rubberized coating, so it basically seals all of that metal in to where it doesn't rust again. So I'll do another time lapse of me taping and spraying. Alright, so right here, this is me masking off the area so I can get that rubberized coating in there. I just don't want to make a mess, keep it nice and clean. And that's pretty much what I'm doing here, spraying in all of the corners, making sure I get in the right spots. I'll just let you guys continue watching me do that. Okay, so this is how it came out. Came out pretty good. I'm very happy with it. So we pretty much coated all of that with a nice rubberized undercoating. Now I'm just going to, can it unfocus off? Yeah, so time to mock up, cut and weld. That's the goal there. So I'm gonna weld a plate up there and pretty much cap this frame in, and we should be all good. Alright, so this is a decent time lapse right here. This is just basically me cutting out everything, my patches, in order to weld. I think it's crazy to look at the clouds, like as they're passing by, just how much work I actually spent on this. Since my cross member is out, I said let me tackle a lot of this rust issue because it can get really bad. And I think it's important to not duck challenges just because they seem difficult. And, I feel like I'm mechanically inclined, but it's a lot of determination, because who wants to have to do all of this? I just want to be able to drive the car and race it, but a lot of these things are necessary. So I encourage you guys to actually go out and try and do these things on your own, because it helps you learn so much proper life skills and determination and all that kind of stuff, So I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Okay, so I've cut out my 3 pieces. Bottom, it's gonna be sitting like that, and then the side, which will be sitting like that, and then the other side, which will be sitting like that. So it pretty much boxes in this entire frame. If you guys can see, that rubberized coating is already starting to dry. So it's kind of gonna go like this. I don't have 3 hands, so I can't hold them all together, but one will be there. This will be like, let me get it to its proper. Yeah, like that. And then that third one will be right on the back side, like that, to basically add strength. So I'm gonna basically get all my welding equipment set up, and I'll start a time lapse for me welding. All right, so a little bit of a dilemma. I left my welding hood at the shop, so I'm on my way back to the shop now to go grab my welding helmet, and and then I'll head back and then prep everything to weld, and then I'll basically do another time lapse of me welding, and then, you know, I guess after every piece I weld, I'll probably check in and show you guys how it's looking, and then you know, like time lapse and edit it and whatnot. It should come out pretty good, so I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, so if you look here, I'm basically lining up everything, tacking it down, getting it all sorted, and if you're a welder, I'm sure you know how difficult it is to weld upside down. This was cutting my ass. This is really difficult. But no, I was getting it done, you know, getting in those nice tight spots and welding, and I felt like I was doing a pretty good job. So coming up, you guys are going to be able to see how that weld came out. And yep, that's it. Alright, here's everything after welding. If you look right there, it's not leveled. I'll have to grind them down to where they're all leveled, but this is not bad for welding upside down and in tight corners. Let me get the brightness down a little bit. Sorry, hold on. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so those are the welds there. Just gonna need to grind them down to where they're flat, but I wanted to show you beforehand. So yeah, that's everything right there. Pretty good. So I shouldn't have any problem with rust in this frame anymore. I am gonna drill one hole in the center so that it can drain for future. So I'll do another time lapse of me grinding this down. Now, this is my first YouTube video, so I'm not really too big on this and what to say and whatnot, but right here I'm just grinding everything down, making it flat, so when I get my new cross member, it'll sit in there flush. I'm sure I'll have to make some new adjustments to this one, but if you guys have any suggestions or want me to do anything different, just let me know, you know, because this is my first YouTube video, and I do want to make more, you know, because if I'm working on my car, I'd rather share with people who are going through the same kind of struggle, you know. So this is me just ball lipping a bowl, trying to get this stuff done, ground down, and I was seeing a lot of good material come off, so that means my welds were pretty good. Alright, so since I'm running out of daylight, I won't be able to do any time lapses anymore, but basically this side is nearly half, like not even, this is way less than the other side. So all I'm gonna do is basically clean all this out and coat the inside with the rubberized coating, and that should be it for this side. So I'll just record when I'm done. Alright, so all done. That's pretty much what it looks like, and yeah, that is it for the frame restoration process and series, I guess. I'm probably gonna break this up in a couple different parts just so I can post it on TikTok. When we meet next, I will be taking out the pilot bearing in there and hopefully rebuilding my transmission, so you guys stay tuned for that. You know, I appreciate it if you made it this far. Right now it is December 8th. So yeah, Merry Christmas, y'all, in case you don't see me until Christmas, and have a good one. You know, if you made it this far, I appreciate you joining me on my first YouTube video. I pray that there's many more, you know. This took a lot of determination and whatnot, so I'm just letting you guys watch me clean up, get all this stuff done. So I'd just like to thank you for watching this video. You know, please like and leave a comment. I'm very interested in what you guys have to say. And I more than likely won't post until Christmas. So Merry Christmas, y'all. Have a good one.